foundation and someone that keeps us true to our principles here. We're very, very lucky to have him here. Jasper Becker and Frank Cotter will be here later. They're renowned experts on this topic as well as and to prevent it from happening again, and what sort of reforms need to happen in China to ensure that. So with that, I'll turn it over to Harry, and he can get us started. I wanted to just let you know there are additional handouts outside that you may not have picked up. So.
Yeah, following the summer of 1958, great chaos followed, and they were characterized by 5 wings, namely the tendencies to communise properties, the tendencies to mismanage, the tendency to exaggerate, the tendency to abuse privileges, and the tendency to order forced, instructions, government procurements, and so on.
而希望全国人民都达到他的目标，不是一个党的目标，全民的目标。所以所有制就是所有的财产都是国家的。私人的财产也归公社，个人财产也归公私人的。
Yeah, the communist wing, one of the 5 wings that followed the summer of 1958, was peasants couldn't cook at home. They have to smash their pots and would have to the dining hall in the communes to have their food and have their meals.
私人的财产和农民的财产都上交都归公家。
Private properties were handed over by force to the government, to the state.
所以共产风，所以这种风并不是个别的，是强国性的一种台风式的，刮起来，把财产都刮向国家的、公家的。
All the properties, private properties, were swept into the state treasury.
相对应的是强平民的风，不过不。
Nearly 20 years ago that I wrote this book, and it's actually the first conference like this, specifically about the famine that I ever attended. It's a very strange thing because it's actually one of the most important events in Chinese history. It's a huge turning point, and it not only had a huge impact on China, it had a huge impact around the world, which I'll talk about a bit later. First, I'll just tell you a little bit about how I came to write this book. I was a journalist in Beijing, sense of it, and before I wrote this book, I wrote a book about the Mongols, about Central Asia, and I then started reading books about the history of the Soviet Union, and I read a book by Robert Conquest called Harvest of Sorrow, which is very much about the famines in the Soviet Union, and that kind of got me thinking, well, what actually happened?